this morning, airline partners, first responders, community members gathered to honor the lives lost September 11th. Ceremony remembered the nearly 3,000 victims, the courage of the first responders, and the families who continue to carry the weight of that day.
Saratoga Springs, where people met at High Rock Park for a commemoration and remembrance ceremony. The event took place at the park's Tempered by Memory sculpture, built from the beams of the downed World Trade Center.
The sculpture is made up of 5 pieces of twisted steel from the 2011 attacks. At today's ceremony, there was a wreath presentation, taps, and a moment of silence.
State Senator Jim Tedisco was there. He reflects on the powerful impact first responders made at the time of the attacks and continue to make to this day.
They not only surrounded us today at this remembrance of the close to 3,000 lives that were lost, but they surround us every day of the year as they were ready to go into burning buildings to protect people.
I remember seeing other weary faces and sad eyes as we were all mourning our fellow Americans lost in tragedy. But at the same time, there was a look, an acknowledgement that we all seemed to give to each other that said, we're going to get through this, and we'll get through this together. 9/11 showed us how resilient we can be as Americans and as New Yorkers.
Senator Tedisco says no matter what, no one can destroy America, the greatest nation in the world.
The ceremony in Saratoga Springs was titled Never Forgotten and included a performance of America the Beautiful by singer-songwriter Jeff Brisbane. As people gathered in remembrance in Troy, in remembrance of the nearly 3,000 lives lost back on September 11, 2001. The ceremony there honored the bravery of Troy's firefighters who answered the call to help in New York City during one of our nation's darkest days.
City, county, and state leaders, as well as local first responders, were there for the ceremony today. Troy Mayor Carmela Mantello says the city has a connection, a strong connection to that devastating day.
One of the planes that struck the towers actually passed directly over our city on its way to New York. The fact forever ties Troy to that day in a way that is both sobering and deeply personal.
Mayor Mantello says it is our job as citizens to work together to always remember 9/11.
The mayor says it's about unity and working together.
In Niskayuna today, the town and its fire department held the annual event at the Veterans Memorial at Town Hall.
Local elected leaders, first responders, and residents were all there. Members of the public safety community were encouraged to come in uniform.
WNYT Fire Department, they're honoring those who lost that day. They had their own members who died. As part of the station's renovations, the WNYT Fire Department has added a new 9/11 memorial. It is a permanent tribute to the lives lost, the heroes who responded, and the families forever changed. Firefighters say it stands as a reminder of the courage, sacrifice, and unity that followed one of our nation's darkest days.
This 9/11 memorial became a tradition here in Glenville roughly 6 years after the 9/11 attacks. It has been occurring continuously ever since then. And as you can see behind me, the seats are filled and the dignitaries and the elected officials are up near the podium, so things are about to get underway. Now, right beside the Max 410 at the Water's Edge restaurant, there is a 9/11 memorial, and it features 2 steel beams that have been removed from the World Trade Center, along with the names of 9 individuals, all of whom died on 9/11, all of whom have family ties to the capital region. Now, while this event is just getting underway and the elected officials and the dignitaries are scheduled to speak, the master of ceremonies for this event is former Glenville Supervisor Chris Ketzel, and I spoke with him about the significance and the poignancy of this event just moments ago.
It's important for the community to come together and to remember. I remember back 24 years ago, the communities came together, we mourned together, and we healed together, and this is an opportunity for all of us just to come together and support each other, and that's the type of community Glenville is.
And as I mentioned, the former town supervisor is at the podium. The event is about to get underway. Of course, it is a sad, somber, and solemn day in America. Ongoing annual events like this are designed so that no one ever forgets the horror and the sacrifice of 9/11. We're live in Glenville with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13.